I'm going to move on to the final technique now, which is a great exercise, and it's to do with not deep breathing, but quite the opposite, in fact, getting to a breathless state. So breathless is not what I mean after running and you're trying to catch your breath. Breathless means not actually breathing. Without force, without constriction, without pressure, without stress, but naturally relaxing so much that your breath has virtually disappeared from the body. So for a few moments, what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to do the technique within my mind, and you'll see how my breath system shuts down. Okay, so just observe for a second. I'm going to come out of the technique because it's not going to make great television, me sitting here not breathing. But what did you notice?
Well, I was really concentrating both on seeing, catching, to see if I could see you breathe a little bit, and also noticing my own breath. And I was taking very, very, very shallow breaths. So I'm not quite sure, when you say no breathing, whether that means really no breathing and holding your breath, or having very, very, very shallow breaths.
What will happen in this technique? What did you notice?
I wanted to breathe for you.
Breathe for me. Breathe for me, breathe for me. What happens is initially, and I'll give you the technique in a second, is how I was doing that. The breath becomes minute. Then what happens is the whole breath disappears from the body, and the chakras, the energy system wakes up. What will happen then is your abdomen will spontaneously pull in, and then all the energy will shoot up to the third eye. So it's an awakening that happens there. But it only happens when the breath switches off. The prana and the apana current, the right and the left currents in the body merge into the sushumna. But that happens at a little bit of a later stage. But I just want you to get a little experience of it today and give you the technique of the Om Shanti technique. So if you can bring yourselves again to the edge of the chair, we're nearly done for the session today. Again, keep your spine nice and tall and straight. Allow your eyes to gently close. So what you're going to be doing now for the last couple of minutes of today is beginning to observe the natural pattern of your breath. So almost detaching from the breath itself, as if somebody else is breathing inside you. It's not even you breathing anymore. You're watching the diaphragm area. Take the breath down to the diaphragm and observe it. Now with every breath that enters the body, you're mentally going to be saying the word Om in your mind once. Not deeply, like not Om, but just Om. And every time a breath naturally leaves the body, and I mean naturally, you're just saying the word shanti, which means peace in Sanskrit. And then you just observe it. Om on the in-breath, shanti on the out-breath. I'll tell you guys at home now, just not having any attachment to your breath at all. Very much detaching from it. And the way I like to think during this exercise is, I am a soul. I don't need the breath. I was alive before I took the body in breathing, and after I finish my final breath, I'll still be alive as a soul. So mentally, you're just pulling yourself away from the need to breathe, but without any force, and just repeating that word Om when the breath comes in, and Shanti when the breath comes out. And you'll begin to notice the pauses in between the breath extending and the volume of the breath decreasing. I'll just leave you for 5 seconds in silence. Okay, now very gently again, without disturbing yourself too much, you need to slowly allow the eyelids to raise, and try and keep your attention still within on that technique. Even as you raise your eyes, just keep your attention inwards on the in-breath and the out-breath in their natural pattern, meditating on the in-breath as it comes in, on Om, and then on Shanti in the exhalation. Now I've only got a minute or so left with you guys. I just want to ask you, it's a very difficult technique. Normally it takes about 30 minutes to get to that stage. How did you feel with that, or was there any help that you need with it?
Easy, actually.
Oh, great.
Really. That's all I can say. It was easy. It felt easy. And I actually would like to do more of it.
Yeah.
I feel the same. And I also felt it became less and less. It started fading.
Great. Well, guys, thank you for sitting with me here today and going through it. The guys at home that have watched the technique, and if you watch it again on Conscious TV and looking at the thing, you'll notice that the more you practice, the better it will become, and you'll be easily set up to begin your meditation practice at home. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Neil, we have about 30 seconds or so left.
Sure.
The session seemed to go quite well.
Thank you. Well, for me, what I was thinking about with the meditation is that it should be brought out to more and more people. So the system that I've created is for young people, for older people, for people that come from all kinds of different backgrounds that wouldn't even think about meditating. Me, myself, I come from the hip-hop world. I'm a rapper and I'm with all those kinds of guys. And they love meditating as well because it's a simple, practical system. And everyone should find it that way.
Yeah, so age doesn't come into it,
Not
occupation doesn't come into it, intelligence in a way doesn't come into it, lifestyle doesn't really come into it.
It's concentration, it's the mind, and we all have the mind and we all have the ability to concentrate, and therefore we can all meditate. So yeah, I just keep working towards that, and that's my aim, is to bring it to a new market and to give people some relief from stress and also the wisdom of entering their own soul to guide their lives with. That's how I see it.
Okay. Neil, thanks very much for coming
Absolute
along and doing the
pleasure.
demonstration.
Thank you.
And we'll be doing some more for Conscious TV on meditation, including Neil. So thank you everybody for watching Conscious TV, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.